The truth is, you have to play the deck at every step along the way in Slay the Spire, and failing any deck check along the way can result in losing your run. So you must keep a constant focus on the short term. Make sure that you're able to pass all of the immediate obstacles that are put before you. Or else, it's going to be tough. Speaking of tough, look at this Act 1 beginning layout. There is no way to avoid any of these 4 elites, and there's no way to get a rest site before any of them. That's tough. Jamali, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Thanks for dropping that support my way. And Misfire, thank you so much for 6 months. Cheers from Edmonton. Fellow Canadian. Good to hear you. Yeah, best we could do is avoid a shop, which might encourage us to take a rare colorless card start. This, of all situations, is also a pretty decent time for 3 random potions. As if you've got to fight an elite early in Act 1 without an upgrade, then potions can be the way to go. Although we could also buy potion at the shop, so I'm less inclined to do that. I think I'd be very reasonably happy with an upgrade. We could upgrade Zap, or heaven forbid, it's not in this situation even necessarily wrong to upgrade a Strike. Airride asks, is streaming my full-time thing? It sure is, yes. This is my one and only income source and my full-time job. Eternally grateful to all the hundreds of folks who support this stream every month and make that possible. But yeah, I'd much rather upgrade a Zap than a Strike. Last Kerfuffle, thanks for 23 months. Closing in on 2 full years. Ha, no worries, there's always next month. Let's see. If it weren't for these shops, I'd be a lot more inclined to go lose our money for a rare colorless card. So I'm thinking either potions or upgrade. Both options I rarely take. How's it going, Jane Koviak? I'm doing great today. Hope your Were the Chosen playthrough goes well. Interesting start. What does that mean? Ravenox says, is upgrade Zap always better than dual cast? No. I think sometimes the dual cast upgrade could be better. I certainly find that Zap tends to be less useful than dual cast in the long run. So if I, for example, if I could remove either of them, I'd rather remove the Zap than the dual cast. I like the Zap upgrade because it makes a better hologram or rebound target than the dual cast does. Oftentimes, if the dual cast is worth playing, it's worth paying 1 for, which is not really true about the Zap. So, what's the significance of a Prime sub? Great question. Prime subs are subs to the channel that are done through Twitch Prime, which is a free membership that anybody who has access to an Amazon Prime account can use to subscribe for free once per month to a streamer of their choice. Speaking of, Trinto2, thanks for using that Prime sub to support. Basically, it's a tie-in between Amazon and Twitch, Twitch is owned by Amazon. So there's kind of a little bonus reward to anybody with a Prime membership. Our weekly reruns are going to be coming to an end as well soon. Twitch is deprecating the rerun feature, essentially, which means our reruns must come to an end. So, a couple folks ask, in particular, Busty Bucket says, what is the best character to boss swap in your opinion? I think you're looking at him. I think the Defect is the best one to boss swap with. The Cracked Core is a relic that's quite useful in the early game, giving you 1 lightning orb, essentially 1 free play of Zap at the start of combat. That makes a huge difference in your first dozen fights or so, but by the time you get to Act 2, it's almost worthless, barring cards like Fission or Compile Driver. Swapping it away for a random boss relic can be a really good way for the Defect to get a lot of power over the course of a run. However, I find that swapping your starting relic for a random boss relic puts you in a vulnerable position against early Act 1 elites, particularly if you get a Calling Bell that doesn't provide any immediate use, or also the Sozu and Busted Crown start relics can be really problematic if there's an early elite that you're forced into. So I like the boss swap most in situations where you have some flexible pathing. Boss swap for me is ideal when there's a path that you can take with no elites, and there's a path you can take with many elites, so that you can adapt to whatever the boss swap gives you. In this case, because we must fight an early elite, there is a pretty significant chance that I will die if I click the bottom button here and swap our boss relic. So I do prefer to avoid that, ideally, although it could be the best way to get set up for the long run. The risk to me that there's a Sozu or Crown or Calling Bell or Empty Cage start that gets us killed is too high. I'm going to choose to upgrade Zap. And we're going to take this shop here. It's my intended path. What do I want to do after the lower thingy? We could go to Rest Site, then Burning Elite. I like this option. Something like this. And then we can incorporate Burning Elite if we want to. Not a lot of options this act, though, unfortunately. The only consolation is that we have the Guardian already benefiting from that upgraded Zap. We have the Guardian as our act boss at the end of Act 1, which should make getting to Act 2 fairly easy if we can get to the boss. I'm perfectly happy with an early Streamline. Streamline does very good physical damage for 2 energy and gets cheaper each time it's played, making it an ideal way to defeat Act 1 elites. Card that can be really good if you can duplicate or card manipulate it. Great with holograms and rebounds. Mr. Blitz says, what's the relic you normally hope for when you're boss swapping? The high rolls for me personally are number 1, first and foremost, Pandora's Box. It's the best possible start, as you lose every starting card and replace them with a random mishmash of better cards, and almost no matter what you get. With a bit of an asterisk there. Maybe 1% of P-Box swaps are truly, truly bad. The remaining 99% are outright fantastic. And with a couple of card additions and a couple card removals, you can usually turn just about any P-Box swap into a very functioning deck. Also very, very good is Runic Pyramid, starting from the very beginning with card retain, is exceptionally powerful. Astrolabe to transform and upgrade 3 cards, exceptionally powerful. 75% chance to kill. I'm going to roll the dice here. Dang it. But my face. Ooh, Skim Consume Recursion. Very interesting. Coffee Dripper is one of my favorite starts as well, but it's a little bit shaky. You have to ration your health very carefully with a Coffee Dripper. Fantasia says, once you have a deck built and are facing a P-Box after Act 1 or the Act 2 boss, does that 99-to-1 ratio get lower? Yes. Yes, because you may have already added cards in such a way that you are no longer capable from benefiting from as many of the transforms. I'd say after Act 1, you're probably about 90% odds that P-Box is pretty good. And probably gets a little bit lower the further you go. Trento asks, is there a Pandora's Box start that beats the A20 Spire outright with no changes or upgrades needed? Yes. Yes, this is possible. And with a sufficiently sophisticated seed search, it can be done. I know it's possible, particularly on Silent, to create a deck that has an infinite combo immediately after a P-Box swap. I think you could do the same with Ironclad, too. I think it is a little bit too early for Skim here. Skim's not as bad because of the Zap and the Streamline actually really mean that drawing a lot of cards is really good? I was originally considering taking the Consume here so that we could have extra focus with the Zap, but because of these 2 cards specifically, Skim actually looks very solid here. Yeah, exactly. A Rage and a whole bunch of drop kicks on Ironclad. And then all the other cards are... So, for example, let's say your P-Box is Offering times 4, Drop kick, rage, thunderclap. That should do it. Then even against enemies that have 3 artifact, you could play enough offerings to redraw the thunderclap 3 times on turn 1. I'm going to give this skim a try, actually, now that I've thought about what we've got. We do not get to rest before the elite, so I think trading 21 health for 2 upgrades is bad? But it could be good. Leaves me at 32, which is... it's enough to survive a hit from Knob. Or Lagavulin. Decent chance that we hit Streamline or Skim, which I'd really like, in particular to hit Streamline here. Do it. Yeah, we got Streamline and Strike upgraded. That was a huge damage upgrade. Huge, I tell you. Huge. So let's see. I could skim into Streamline, but then I take 6. I think we're better off defending twice here. Just bopping 1. An Anger Hook. I've not seen the new merch cards. I'm going to have to take a look at what's new in Pride with Friends. But yeah, I'm hyped, Merle. I'm hyped. I do want to make an over-explained video for some of the other characters I Mr. Blitz. Never quite sure what to say, though. I get sidetracked with other projects so often. But yes, I would like to do over-explained runs for the other characters at some point. So, of our options here, we've got A, Reprogram, allowing us to trade focus for strength and dexterity. Program's rather interesting. On one hand, you're trading one stat in order to gain another. So how good this card is entirely dependent on how much you benefit from each of the stats. The more orbs you have, the worse it becomes. The more regular attack and defend type stuff, then it gets better. A big agree, Trento. Yes, an over-explain run if it goes bad, or if the seed doesn't fit well to over-explaining, you can get into a really awkward position. If your choices are too obvious, or if there are no good choices. Which we ran into when we tried to make a silent over-explained run, followed by getting murdered by Hexagos because I just didn't see any damage cards. Well, worst you can do is just try again. Definitely too early to take a heatsinks. Would have been interesting if I'd picked that Storm. We could have Storm heatsinks already, but that really isn't conductive to beating an early elite. What is conductive to beating an early elite, conductive, is Ball Lightning, getting a direct damage and another orb in play. I think that's our best line here, is to grab this Ball Lightning. Pick up some additional damage here. Remember, we got to beat one of these 2 nerds ASAP. Oh my. And we get some absolutely sweet options here. Lots of powerful orb cards. Ball Lightning, Darkness, and Glacier. Plus a capacitor to go with. Some relics on sale that could have been nice, but we're too early to benefit from those. We're just looking to pick up card and or potion here. 83 gold for 15 health is not bad at all. But could we do better with the fear potion? Quite possibly. As tempting as Glacier Capacitor is, what we really need is something that ensures that we can get through this first elite fight. I think I'm going to be going to this one so that we get one more event to prepare. I'd love to do Glacier and a Fear Potion or Glacier and Ball Lightning, but we're just shy of enough money to make that happen. Therefore, I'm thinking that the card we should pick here of all the cards is Rebound. deals some immediate damage and lets us put the next card we play back on top of the draw pile in order to be drawn again. Rebound Streamline, Rebound Zap Plus, both very good here. And that can be purchased alongside the Fear Potion, which I really do like. So what I'm going to do is go Rebound Fear Potion. Now take an event, which is a heal. Thanks, Banana. Delicious. And now we're feeling quite comfortable for this elite. Our floor 7 elite, we've got several damage cards added. We've got 2 good potions, and lo and behold, it is the dreaded Gremlin Nobbert. This most fearsome of foes, but will we have any issue with him at all? That's my question. Okay, I'm going to use this Fear Potion. With 3 Lightning Orbs blapping away, our odds look very good here. No rebound. But does it matter? Let's see. 18... This is not a kill, right? Dual cast and 2 orbs is 24. So we take 8, and we win the fight. Very clean, very easy. And what a reward. We get Pocket Watch. If we play 3 or fewer cards during our turn, we draw 3 more at the start of the next turn. Leica, thanks for 15 months of support, and Arantanlad, thanks for 2. 22, not 24. Yeah, same number. How's it going, Onomatopoeia? Do I want any of these? Feels like we want to keep the deck relatively small to take advantage of Streamline. Don't necessarily need a second Ball Lightning, given that I've already got 1. I feel like we're definitely going to be able to fight the Burning Elite with what happened here. We got a heal, and we got lots of upgrades, and we got a good potion. So I think my path is going to be as follows now. Event, fire, this. From here, I really only want to add a block card, maybe 2. Zelbor, thanks for 4 months of support. You keep watching, I'll keep streaming. Could end up taking Compile here. I think that's not unreasonable. Our boss is Guardian, meaning we don't need too much more damage. Block is a slightly higher priority. Let's see, just card work, okay. And I can remove a card here. -1 strike feels beautiful. And I think I've got the health to spare. Defect really likes to get rid of strikes. And it really likes to get lots of money. 300 money from the old coin. Old coin in a treasure chest, how fitting. Definitely like that Glacier and Capacitor in the first shop. I definitely like the Glacier and Capacitor for Act 2, Act 3, but did not like Glacier Capacitor for this elite or for this elite. Or for a whole lot of Act 2. I'll upgrade this Skim. Let's see. Oh yeah, looks like our extension is down today. Centeneer says, how do you decide what to remove between strikes and defends? My general policy is this. If the strike has significant additional damage from either an upgrade or a relic or from other bonuses your deck can provide, then you probably want to remove defends. Otherwise, the default option is to remove strikes. So that generally leads Defect and Silent to remove their strikes aggressively, because these characters have very, very few ways to make the strikes do more than 6 or 9 damage. Ironclad and Watcher, however, have a myriad of ways to boost the damage of strikes. Both can apply Vulnerable pretty easily. Ironclad has ready access to strength, and the Watcher can, of course, enter Wrath stance. So strikes on those characters can deal 18 or 20 or more damage, whereas a strike on the Defect or Silent will rarely do more than just 6. So in any given situation, what I usually look at is, am I currently receiving any large bonuses to the strikes? Do I have strength? Do I have vulnerable? Do I have the strike dummy relic? Do I have an upgrade on this card? If the answer to all these is no, get these stinky strikes out of here. And if the answer is lots of yes, then consider removing defense instead. Watcher's the kind of the biggest exception. Because of her starting Wrath stance, I usually advocate strongly for removing 2 or even 3 defends on this character, before removing a single strike. I'll click 3 times. 2 for a gold-plated cables. The rightmost orb triggers 1 additional time. And then this happened. This is what the explosive potion is for, guaranteed. Yep, this is what the explosive potion is for. Mafungabunga says, any additional consideration for needing to face Knob or Slime Boss, even with such 6 damage strikes? Yes, that is a bit of a consideration, particularly for Silent, who generally needs to be able to use those strikes to deal damage. That can discourage removing more than 1 strike in Act 1. You might even want to go 1 defend removal and then strike removes on Silent for that reason. Defect, however, wants to remove all of his strikes, because your best damage cards on Defect are not Strike. They are Zap and Dual Cast. And anything that makes you draw Zap and Dual Cast more often will cause you to deal more damage. And that includes removing strikes. Okay, dual cast here. Dual cast, strike, defense. Okay, I do take 5. Don't think there was any way to not take anything there. Definitely a spooky fight. We got our potion back, though, and I think we're going to be fine in the next fight. I do want to block cards so I can block against Guardian. This will also help me in the upcoming Lagavulin or Sentries fight. So I'm taking this charged battery. Sentries with bonus strength, no less. Spooky. This is a really good use the block potion, rebound the streamline situation. Really good rebound the streamline situation. I think I hit this one. Hoping for a lightning orb strike, or I can just hit it twice next turn. Either is fine. Or we can go streamline, ball lightning, defend. That's the other good option. Didn't draw the charged battery. That's okay. I could skim to draw it. We could go streamline, skim, charged battery, zap. But then I'm not killing one of the two, so that's a relatively poor choice. I'd have to streamline the front one and rely on the gold-plated cables to kill, but I think that's really unlikely to happen. Take 7 here. We should be fine on this turn. Yeah. Not bad. We get Orichalcum, automatically giving us block if we end our turn without any. Now we'd really like some Frost Orbs. Or I could take a Seek or Genetic Algorithm. Both of those are pretty good. Algorithm is a block card that gets bigger the more you use it. Definitely a good time to pick that up. Or Seek lets us find any card in the draw pile. Very good with Streamline and Rebound. Both excellent options here. Seek wants an upgrade. The algorithm is fine without one. That's actually a tough choice. Seek does combo really well with the damage, right? Because we can Streamline, Rebound the Streamline, Seek the Streamline. Is what I like that we can do in particular. Or just Seek for the Streamline to go with the Rebound so that I can Seek Streamline, Rebound Streamline. Ah, that's so good. I'll take it. Meanwhile, this nerd will get zip-zapped to the tune of 6 per turn. Thanks to that starting orb. Let's see here. Rebound Streamline won't be enough. Skim Charge Battery Defend is an option. Fun choices here. Trento says, bad draws can still mess up the Guardian fight at this health total, but with Pocket Watch, we won't have any bad draws. So I'm not going to be resting. Do it this way. I want to make sure we're deliberately... Actually, this is a perfectly fine draw, so I can go... Zap here. Because no matter what happens next turn, this is fine. There's our first opportunity to grab some focus. Defragment makes our orbs more powerful to the tune of 1 per point of focus. Focus particularly appealing here because we have the gold-plated relics, gold-plated cables relic, meaning our frontmost orb activates twice, so we'll benefit from focus twice. We already wanted a frost orb. I think I'm going to take this defrag and make it our priority upgrade here at the fire, even before the seek. That way we'll be able to blap for 10 per turn with a front lightning orb. That'll kill the Guardian pretty quickly. Sunder's reasonable too here. Does good damage, refunds the price if it kills an enemy. Very good card with Pocket Watch. But I feel like we're kind of sorted on damage. We want to get some late game cards in here. Unknown Force. Did you hear about the Defect who invented a new flavor of gum? It's called Defragment. Apologies for missing that the first time. Hey, man with the egg tattoo. XCOM will be back not sooner than Saturday this week, as we've got a full schedule today, tomorrow, and Friday. Two, three. And we blap for 20 damage per turn with lightning orbs. 3. Non-Binders Drive-Ins the Dive says, if you rebound a power or otherwise exhausting card, does it go back to the top of your deck, or is it normally removed? Normally removed. You can't rebound a power or card that exhausts unless you have the Strange Spoon Relic, which gives you a 50% chance to not exhaust. In that case, you can successfully rebound if the spoon gets the 50-50 activation successfully. But only if. And still won't work on powers. Two, three. One, can't be drawing that next turn. I'm really tempted to play the Streamline here. But I don't think it gets me what I want. Maybe Rebound Streamline does. No, it won't. Okay. Just let it go then. Okay, nice and smooth Guardian fight entirely on the back of the Pocket Watch here, ensuring we could draw so many cards as to have no problems whatsoever. Love these choices. How's it going, Daz? Now that that mod you were watching on the replay yesterday was the Downfall mod! Exclamation point Downfall, I think is a link to it. It's available on the Steam Workshop. It's a fan-made mod expansion for Slay the Spire. You can play if you have the PC Steam version of Spire. I really, really like this electrodynamics. Lots of folks in chat pointing it out, and I think it's our best pick here for a lot of reasons. One, we're pretty good at generating lightning orbs, thanks to the zap and the ball lightning. Two, we have bonus focus to make it do more damage. And three, we have the gold-plated cables to make a front lightning orb hit twice. That means we just saw in the Guardian fight, we could do 20 damage per turn with lightning orbs. Using electrodynamics, that's 20 damage to all enemies per turn, which can kill a lot of things very quickly. Add that with Seek to find it early, and we can essentially get the big zip zap going very quickly. And we currently don't have any way to deal with area damage. This is our first opportunity to deal damage to all targets, and that's something that's really, really important to have in Act 2. Somebody earlier mentioned they were struggling in Act 2 a lot. That's another big tip to give. When preparing for Act 2, you must be prepared to deal with fights that have multiple enemies in them. 3 different targets with about 50 hit points. The only way to really efficiently deal with these encounters are cards that can hit multiple enemies at once. Rainbow's a not bad second place here. 3 orbs for the price of 1. Fill up the orb slots. In particular, that dark orb could be really good with the gold-plated cables. Let's go Energy Potion, Fairy in a Bottle. I think with the Pocket Watch, it'll be easy to find turns where the Energy Potion does good stuff. And I think with a Fairy in a Bottle, it's pretty easy to convince me to take a Coffee Dripper as my boss energy relic, giving us an energy at the start of our turn, but we can no longer rest at rest sites. Actually, another very viable option here. Take the Sozu. We can no longer obtain potions, meaning we try to release this fairy at the top of the spire, and if we don't, then, well, the fairy saves our life. Actually, these are both pretty good. The one that I think is the worst is the Philosopher's Stone. All enemies start with 1 strength. That would make enemies do a lot more damage, and that can be really problematic. Personally, I'm a big fan of the Coffee Dripper. I try to avoid upgrading when possible most of the time anyhow. I think with the Pocket Watch, will be quite secure, except for turn 1s. Turn 1s could be a real problem, but that's where Orichalcum comes in. And the Defect can, of course, get access to the Self-Repair card, which can heal us at the end of fights. I'll take the Coffee Dripper here, preventing us from resting at rest sites, and we're going to be going to a shop nice and early this act to avoid excessive shenanigans. Intriguing set of options. I think 3 elites is probably too many with the Dripper. I want to pass through the middle here, but there's a lot of danger. I'd really like to do 2 elites. We'll try something like this. It's a little scary. Could skirt around here, take basically no early elites. Maybe we'll do that if I get really weak. Mark a Coward's Path in yellow here. call that our bailout. If we get here and it's Snake Plant, we're down to 20 health, I'm going to go this way. But if we're still at 50 health, by the time this fight is over, we keep going. Could go to this shop and then here. This way. That gives me better optionality, actually. Earlier shop might not be a good thing, but might be a good thing. Yeah, actually, I like that better. Okay, let's start here. First up, the Twin Thieves, who are absolutely bonking me. There's very little I can do about it. That's exactly 3 cards we could play Strike, but then we draw 3 fewer cards next turn. I think we just let the Orichalcum block for 6, take our damage, be on our way. And Trellis, thanks for 7 months. Pillars of Eternity. Now, there's a game with some fond memories. Hope you enjoy your playthrough. Hologram, I like he. Bullseye also very good. Applying lock on to make these lightning orbs deal way more damage. But hologram to get back streamline or zap is so good. Ha, there was a waffle there. So we'd rather have purchased that here. That said, given that we're already 30 health down, waffle looks very good. Anchor looks okay. Capacitor looks pretty decent. Now that we have a focus, it's better to get more orb slots. So I'm thinking that we're very likely to buy the Waffle and the Anchor. We could also go Warp Paint instead of the Anchor, maybe. Upgrade 2 skills, hitting Battery, Hologram, Seek, Defends, or Dual Cast. Force Field's kind of interesting. The deck almost has enough powers for the Force Field to be really good. You need 4 for maximum gooditude. Alright, we're definitely going to buy the Delicious Waffle here. And I'm also going to remove a Strike. These are cards we do not want. I think we're already past the point of taking bites. And I think I'm going to go Anchor over War Paint. It was a reasonable suggestion of removing Defend before buying War Paint, so we have higher chance of creating Battery, Seek, or Hologram. It's kind of neat. But I think I am going to go with Anchor here, not War Paint. Giving us 10 Blanc on turn 1. And I'm going to go with none of the... Actually, maybe the Capacitor. 83 gold for it? No, I'm not going to buy a Capacitor for 83 gold here. I won't do it. Alright, Birds destroyed. I would consider any of these cards with an upgrade. At this point, though, we're relatively uninterested in cards that don't have an upgrade on them. Let's go Seek Electro Defrag? Yeah. And then don't play anything else. Rebound, Zap, Skim, Zap. Didn't draw the charge battery, interesting. Can I kill? Let's see, what if I Ball Lightning Hologram the Zap? We would do 10 plus 7 plus 10 plus 20. 47 damage, yes. Thanks to the gold-plated cables. Gotta remember those to get that kill. We're offered another defragment or our first Frost Orb of the entire run. Cool-headed here. I think we want Frost Orbs. I also don't have upgrades to spare, and the defrag most certainly begs for an upgrade, whereas the cool-headed is okay if we don't give it one. So I'm going to grab this cool-headed. I'm unlikely to do substantially better than an energy potion, but I will look at 2 here. So that I don't get punched. I think this is still the best option there. And given that we're at full health, we're absolutely going to fight this first elite. It's the 3 jerks. And lo and behold, what a miserable turn 1 draw we have. Certainly not ideal. But that's alright. I draw a bunch of cards next turn, and I have an energy potion. And a lot of health. $41 damage. I actually don't care if I get entangled, though. Okay. Currently only doing 15. I'll block for 10, take 6. Could do one more. I think we do this. Then we just win next turn. Take 6 fights over. Hello to Italy Balloon Brigade. Good to have you. Definitely not too late for an algorithm plus. I think Doom and Gloom's also vaguely reasonable, but man, I like that algorithm. We can upgrade Seek the next floor, and then fight another elite. Sounds pretty good to me. We also just got Turnip, meaning we can't be made frail, which makes this algorithm even better for blocking in the late game. Server for the overlay down again? It is, unfortunately. Atlas WW says, how late is too late for Algo? I think for an upgraded algorithm, anything before the Act 2 boss is fine. Unupgraded, probably early Act 2. And then if you have Echo Form, that changes too. Alright, I think I'm going to keep fighting elites. We're in good shape here. MJit has picked floor 40 plus algorithms. I believe it. I think it can be pretty fantastic under the correct circumstances. This is an easy defrag streamline defend, by the way. I thought about playing Skim, but just go for the big draw. Here's where we have some issues. Seek, rebound. We gotta get that streamline back on top ASAP here. I think I seek the cool-headed also. So seek rebound and cool-headed. Rebound, hologram, streamline. Rebound, streamline, and cool-headed, streamline. Like an energy potion to block if I want. That's pretty reasonable. But basically we gotta kill this thing ASAP here. My energy potion, I can Electro to push the Frost Orb in the front, or I can play Algorithm and defend. Next turn we probably just do Battery, defend, Ball Lightning. Pretty oof, ultimately. I don't think we're going to go for the third elite, based on how this is going. So what's it going to be? Start on this, or let's do the damage, but killing next turn. Could play everything here. Let me get 5 draws next turn. That seems unwise. This looks a bit better. Sap then skim. Perfect. Okay, that should be a kill. Not an easy fight, but the reward is huge. Fossilized Helix prevents the first time we would lose health each combat. If we can preserve this buffer against the Bronze Automaton, we can potentially absorb Hyper Beam, get our potion back, and 3 unupgraded commons. Yeah, that penultimate turn was a tough choice between Pocket Watch and gold-plated cables. Wasn't quite sure what to do there. Is Helix enough to go for the 3rd elite? Given that it could be Slavers again, I really don't think it is. I guess I have the Fairy, though. Let's see what's in here. The Blue Key. I'll be taking that over the tiny chest. I'm not particularly convinced here. What does that upgrade get us? Cool-headed or hologram? No, I think I'd rather go this way at this point. Atlas WW says, I never see you take recursion, which I definitely would take a lot starting out. Recursion for me is usually pay 1 energy to channel 1 orb. Or to evoke your orb 1 time, I guess, is another way to look at it. So, at the beginning of the game, it's as good as a zap. Becomes 1 cost channel 1 lightning, or upgraded 0 cost channel 1 lightning. And adding another copy of my starter cards is not good enough to meet the bar of card quality, usually. In order for recursion to be good, you need to be able to recur either dark orbs with accumulated damage, or you need to be really able to take advantage of the fact that it's 0 cost when upgraded. Focus can help a lot with this. Once you get more focus, recursion becomes a lot better. It's also quite nice with holograms and all for one. And can do some really fun stuff with plasma, potentially allowing you to create infinite combos even. So that's fun. And then 3rd card is this. Block this, buffer this. Do enough damage to force the Mystic to heal. You'll usually see me prioritize killing the Centurion, the Armored Knight, first in this fight. Despite the higher health total, the Centurion is slightly an easier target. The Mystic heals both of them equally, and occasionally the Centurion will block for the Mystic, which means that the Centurion is... the Mystic is regaining more health, kind of, than the Centurion is. A little bit awkward. How dare you? Plus 15 is 23. Okay. We're actually fine. And I have a turnip. Ho, ho, ho. Zuthis, thanks so much for the 33 months. 33, or is more commonly known now that it's recently been discovered. What? Well, that's certainly a way to express a number. Easy play. Another potion I don't want. Another hologram unupgraded. It's passable. It's passable. Algorithm's already a decent block card now. That's good. I'm going to skip all these. And now, Nerdbirds. Let's just draw our electrodynamics, shall we? This is a fight where we absolutely need to get Electro down quickly, or else. Basically. This is going to block twice. This is 8 block. We need a little bit more. Let's get the additional energy. Actually, no. Let's get this in play. We can buffer 1 if we can kill 1. Since we're doing 10 area damage. Actually, Ball Lightning Defense Streamline is perfect here. Doing 20, actually Strike is even better. Another easy fight. Still waiting on his self-repair. Meteor Strike. Interesting. Meteor Strike's a very powerful card if you can play it. Not so much if you can't. Given that we're doing pretty good damage with Empowered Orbs from Focus, I'm not as interested in Meteor Strike here. The sum of 3 cubes. So do like Tempest. As an X-cost card, it's a nice way to spend the rest of our energy without wasting our pocket watch draws. Combos very nicely with the electrodynamics. Actually, I am going to take a Tempest here. Letting us channel X Lightning. We missed orange pellets already this run, but there are other good shop relics we could pick up. Considering going to a shop, we could also go to 3 more events from here, looking for more relics from, let's say, Colosseum. Could turn into a free card removal also. Don't think we quite have enough money to make the shop worth it. I'm going to go this way. Money for a relic. What do I get? I get a meal ticket, healing us when I enter a shop. Okay. And the Match and Keep. 12 cards, match them to zap them. There are 6 paired cards here on Ascension 20. It's a starter card, zap. A common card from your character, an uncommon card, and a rare card from your character. And then 2 pairs of curses, which can be the same curse 4 times. In this case, it's Normality and Clumsy. General rule is don't match a nuke card unless you are prepared for the consequences. We get really lucky, and suddenly Echo Form appears at the very last minute, letting us play the first card each turn twice. Well, heck, if that ain't good luck, I don't know what is. I'll take one more event. It's Snecko, and I'm not afraid. Putting those Spire skills on display. Have you ever seen such quality gameplay? Do a lot of stuff with like rebound. I'm just gonna play the Tempest. This wants to get doubled for sure. Good fight. Block potion's good. Force field looks a little bit better now. We saw force field earlier. We thought it was okay at that time. Now that we have a third power, one that can duplicate other cards, it looks really good. Let's grab one. Cost one less for each power card played this combat. So we can get it down to one cost, or if we echo form a power, down to free. Busty Bucket says, I'm not a big fan of Echo, but I've never really been able to abuse it much. To get the most out of Echo form, you need to have cards of significant impact, where you really benefit from playing them multiple times in one turn. So this is, I think, most readily apparent with powers on the defects. Being able to duplicate your defragment allows you to get into game states you would never be able to do if you didn't have the Echo form. And if you've got multiple powers in your deck, for example, duplicating your defragment and then duplicating your capacitor, suddenly you've got a whole heckload of superpowered orbs in a way you wouldn't if you only played them one time. Works really good with cards like Meteor Strike as well. It's not too bad. Let's see. Seek for the Echo. I don't want to put a power in play. So I think I'm just going to take Ascender's Bay. Play Echo Form, Ball Lightning, draw 8 cards here. So here, for example, if I play the Algorithm twice, it permanently upgrades its power twice, going to 22 block. Not ready to do that yet. I think I'd rather play Defragment twice in this fight. That'll also make Force Field cheaper twice. In addition to giving us 4 focus. Cool, so 6, 12. I have to use the algorithm here. Okay, that's fine. But now we have more focus for this whole fight. We played Streamline twice. Then now it's 0 cost next time we see it. Its orbs are getting destroyed. Already blocking 24. Rather play all the cards that turn than use the Pocket Watch. This turn we want a Pocket Watch, although we are likely to simply buffer next turn. Thinking about actually using the Skim. Screw it. Doesn't matter what we draw, because buffer. This time I will use the Pocket Watch. Boop. And then, death. GG. GG. Core Surge, Multicast, or Electro. Don't think we need 2 copies of Electrodynamics. Don't mind a Core Surge here. Giving us 1 artifact allows us to ignore 1 debuff. Whatever that might be. A couple enemies that inflict debuffs that could be usefully blocked with that. Or we could maybe use it on a debuff of our own if we can find something like Bias Cognition. I do tend to shy away from the card Multicast unless I've got Dark Orbs. X cost, evoke your front orb can be kind of useful, but I really don't think it's that good unless you're able to generate lots and lots of energy, like 10 or more. Otherwise, you're often better spent trying to play more traditional defect cards. Yes, I'd be more likely to take it with a Chemical X. The +2 would make a big difference. It's got use. It's a good multi-block or a good zap all my enemies a bunch of times cards, but that's what Tempest does. I don't know. It's not a card I have a lot of love for. Hey there, Beards and Bacon. So far, so good on this run. I really like that we've got Helix to kind of protect our coffee dripper. Helix and Boat Thingy in particular. Let's keep the block potion. And a choice here of 3 interesting options. We want to get more relics. We can take the Black Star, getting bonus relics from elites when they're defeated. We're pretty good at defeating the elites of Act 3. Thanks to this Echo form for the Giant Head and the Nemesis, the Electrodynamics helps with Reptomancer. And the Helix helps a lot in any of the 3 cases. Empty Cage is nice and simple. Remove 2 cards. I would remove this strike and maybe 1 defend. Heck, maybe both strikes. Doesn't even matter. The more card removals we can get, the better. I don't think I would ever go Busted Crown here, giving us fewer options in future card rewards. It's a bit much. So it's really a question of, do we want bonus relics or bonus removals? And I'm thinking this particular deck wants more relics. Busty Bucket says, how comfortable would I have to be to pick Busted Crown? For me to take Busted Crown, I need to have a set of cards that can already scale up to defeat Act 4. Which is not this deck. This deck needs more orb slots, more orb generation, and more focus if it wants to do that. Or some other way to get block and damage. But realistically, we're going to want a Capacitor and a Glacier at minimum. Ideally also a second Defragment or a Consume. And if we take the Busted Crown, we're really not likely to find the cards we need to succeed. Even if we can get lots of relics, just not having good enough cards will result in our doom. Do you know that we offer channel memberships now? Support the channel directly here on YouTube for as low as $5 a month and get awesome perks like a custom badge and emojis. But most importantly of all, I'll do exclusive Q&As, uploading a video response only available to members, so you can hear your questions read in my buttery voice. Click the join button below this video to get started. Back to the video. Our doom! I think Busted Crown would be a lot more reasonable at 1 fewer card. Not to say it's terrible at 2, but yeah, it would be a lot more reasonable if it was only 1 fewer, I think. It's a 999 gold opportunity there. I like that. So let's consider something like this. Yeah, something like this. Definitely want to go to 3 elites. That way we get the maximum number of bonus additional relics. 1, 2, 3. That's the only path that hits 3 relics. So it's merely a question of, do we go to that early shop or not? Which is going to be dependent on some other stuff. Don't forget to play Algorithm before they all die. Perfect. We're definitely not going to get to double this, so let's just play it now. Not with what I've done. More Frost Orbs, either another Cool-Headed or a Cold Snap Plus. Both channel Frost Orbs, and I will be taking one of them. I guess I'll take the one that says plus on it. The draw is pretty good. How much is that 9 damage going to matter? More than you might think in a fight like Spire Spear and Spire Shield. I'm going to try the damage here. Oh, and we do get offered 999 gold. Perfect. Give me the money. Gain $999, but be cursed with 2 copies of the Normality Curse, is what this choice will do. We're right in front of Shop A. There's 2 events, 1 Elite Fight, which will have Normality, but also Pocket Watch, and then we can remove the other Normality Curse here. That lets us buy tons of relics and such. Gives us big heals from the meal ticket. I love it. Can it really be this easy? Let all that money rain. Wait, how long does this go for? Oh, there it is. Okay. Totally normal. It really is that easy. Hmm. 100 gold for 5 max HP is not terrible. Definitely going to take the the toolbox here. Start of each combat, we can choose one of 3 random colorless cards to put into our hand. I also don't mind Thread Needle. It's a bit expensive for what it does, but extra block per turn certainly helps, particularly if it combos with Orichalcum. Sure. Leaving me with 603. I think I'll keep the rest of that for future shops. I'm not going to spend 107 on the fruit juice because it requires me to give up the block potion. Don't want this hologram or the violence of the impatience. They're all anti-pocket watch stuff. And, of course, you come across shimmering water flowing endlessly from a fountain on a nearby wall. I was scammed for the price of that normality removal. Remove all curses from your deck. We feel a dark grasp loosen. Good stuff. Ooh. Not even one time punished. You know, it's kind of hard to echo this algorithm, actually. Let's only draw 3. Give me the money. But no money was forthcoming. Don't see a reasonable way to full block here. Actually, wait, no, I do. All right, buddy, you're out of chances. No hand agreed for us, but we do get offered a self-repair if we want one. Self-repair can be played twice with Echo form, healing us with the coffee dripper, but do I need it when I have a meal ticket? And a fossilized helix. I actually don't think that I do need it. So I'm not going to take it. Because I think we can prevent damage entirely in enough fights. It does make force field cheaper. But we're going to be picking up another power anyway. Probably here. Next up is Nemesis. Hand agreed again. I'm going to take the Discovery, though. Put that Dark Orb in front. Draw me some cards. Okay, just keep them coming. Perfection. Just seek Echo Form, defrag. Don't play the algorithm yet. Don't play the dual cast yet. What's wrong with Pocket Watch? Perfect. Double Tempest. Emotion Chip. We lost health during the previous turn. Trigger the passive ability of all of our orbs at the start of the next turn. Definitely very good in the heart fight in particular. Omamori, a little bit late, negating 2 curses. Maybe still could do something. Leap Plus, huh? Probably not good enough. Spanky Peep, thanks for 8 months of support. Let's grab our recall. In a theoretical situation where we lose health somehow, trigger all the orbs. Might want to take Static Discharge for hearts. Definitely like Clockwork Souvenir, starting us with 1 artifact, blocking the first debuff we would take each combat. We'll definitely be picking that. Possible curses we could find in Act 3 this late. At an event room, we could find a curse from the Winding Halls event, or there's a couple other events in Act 3 that can curse you. Or we could encounter the Writhing Mass enemy, which can try to implant a parasite into us. Too late for another algorithm? I think so. Even with Echo Form, we could raise it by 4 per combat. So it would be 5 block at the end of this, 9 block, 13 block, 17 block, 21 block, 25 block after our second boss. That's not terrible. So it's usable, but I wouldn't call it great. Thinking about Static Discharge here. Static Discharge is a power, and one that could do a lot of damage to heart, especially if we get some good Frost Orb generation. Definitely a card I like to have for the late game is this. So I'm thinking about Static Discharge card remove. Sigma Zippy, thanks for 4 months of support. Could take Question Card, letting us look at 1 extra card after combat rewards. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 additional cards seen for 282 gold. It's quite a lot to pay, considering Ori costs less and gives you 4 times as many cards. Still not terrible, but it doesn't do a whole lot for the price. Pillow won't do much for me either. Obviously, I can't rest. Second elite is Giant Head. We'll discover a way to win here. Ooh. It's a good way to win. We'll save that for later with Echo Form. What about the defrag? That I won't. So actually all I need is a Frost Orb in play. Okay. We get 4 block from the Frost Orb, 4 block from the Plated Armor, 6 block from Orichalcum equals 14. Don't lose the buffer. Let's do work together. How are we going to kill this nerd? Great question. Don't really want Static Discharge in this fight. Double Tempest and Zap, I think, here. Let's see. Double Force Field, Battery, Defend is exactly enough block, actually? Okay. Get 36 plus 4. That is 4 cards, though. Double buffet. Okay, now I can stall for 3 turns while we figure out what to do. Not much time left. 60. Can I block 60? Seems really unlikely. So I can hollow streamline, or I can draw more cards next turn. Let's draw more cards next turn. A little worried here, though. This should be fine. Double streamline. Hologram the streamline. Is it gonna be fine? Might not be fine. Maybe if I can skim to rebound. Doesn't look like we're gonna quite get there, huh? So close, yet so far. Best damage is Ball Lightning, Cold Snap, Streamline. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. And that is 1 damage short of killing. Ouch. At least we get a data disc and our block potion back. Forced rest upcoming. What are you talking about? I have a coffee dripper. The Cool Bee, thank you so much for 3 months of support. We have a forced not rest coming up. We are not allowed to rest. Do we try to pivot to reprogram? I don't think so. And no, Dual Cast did not do more damage than the Cold Snap. Cold Snap was 10 plus 13, Dual Cast was 10 times 2. I'll go next turn, easy fight. Not got offered the cards we wanted. A little worried. We go into our late game here. I'm also, what? Hello? Saddened about this. Die. Too late for self-repair. Take an aggregate plus. Could generate a lot of energy, but what can I do with that energy? I guess we got Skim. Got Tempest. Give it a shot, but I don't really think it's going to lead me to do much of worth too many situations. 24, perfect. At least Repto should be easy. Skim for 2. Draw 4. Aggregate. Tempest. Ink bottle, Unceasing Top. And a loop. Loop is good. Loop is like more orb slots and a card we desperately, desperately need here. Upgraded. Perfect. Start of your turn, trigger the passive ability of your next orb. Not once, but twice. An Apotheosis to upgrade everything. Kind of tempting. Panache is interesting, too. Take the Apotheosis. This looks like aggregate, defragment, force field. Can't do Apotheosis, defrag, force field. Playing Apotheosis feels weird. I could also go aggregate, Apotheosis, defrag, force field, zap. Core Surge, too. I play everything, but then I get less draws next turn. But I think getting everything upgraded is going to make it worth it, so let's do that. Oh, I also get to Unceasing Top, which might be good. I'd say yes. Block for exactly 15 passively? Okay, we'll skim. No sign of the big thing. Let's go Algorithm Electro here. Literally the bottom card. Attack Electro. Echo, rather. Now I can't block for enough to not take 15 here. It's rather unfortunate. Guess I'll just play stuff. Now we're in downright trouble. Double defend, double cold snap. With 3 focus, I can get this in the front. That's better. Rebound the defense. X-Boss could make me use my fairy here. For 2 days. Actually, that was worse than just not playing the Zeke. Doesn't matter. Okay, one boss has been defeated. The next boss is the Awakened One, who gets stronger for every power we play. That's going to be a tough sell, let me tell you. It's definitely going to be a tough sell. Need to get Echo Form down early here. Yeah, we could do Seek Echo Algorithm. I don't think we survive the following turn if I do that. So we're going to be multi-attack next turn for 10 by 4, plus 11 from each of the birds. Question is, if I don't have Algorithm in the draw pile, what do I do next turn? Try seeking the Aggregate and some card draw. Aggregate's only +2 energy. So it's not like I can do a huge amount with it. Although blocking for 12 would be sufficient. Which powers can we safely play? If we can get enough Frost Orbs down, all of them, other than Static Discharge. Actually, wait. We blocked for enough. Okay, so it's Cool-Headed. No, Seek Echo Cold Snap. Yes, Seek Echo Cold Snap. This way. We buffer this hit. Let the passive block get these guys. Now we try to draw into double Algorithm here to survive this. Did not, but we can still single Algorithm. Defrag, skim. I can aggregate after skimming? Okay, sweet. Let's get everything down then. And we need to kill as well soon. Hollow Algo keep going? Or a Hollow, not Algo, Hollow Aggregate. Or Hollow Skin. Hollow the Aggro. Aggro Gate. Don't play this. Keep the Frost Ords. And they said the damage from the Cold Snap wouldn't matter. How wrong they were. We have to double the loop. Yeah, because this is 7 block per power, but 8 on the multi-hits. Oh, crap. No, it's 14 per. Yeah, that is better. 18 by 4 is 72. Now block for another 52 plus 28. 80. Really careful with the lightning orb stuff. We're quite dependent on the frost orbs to stay alive in this fight. Does the bird scale outside of powers? They do not, which means that we're now in pretty safe territory here. Not so bad, Andy. Thanks for 14 months of support. Watch out for the A20 Baylor. He's a doozy. That was a bit enthusiastic. Back for those frost orbs. The streamline instead of the defend there. Kind of not really paying attention. Try to kill you next turn. Want to keep the frost orb in front though. But now we can play the electro and the static discharge without problems. $52. Back to 3 frost for a second here. Get rid of this too. $22 by 3, less scary than the multi-attacks were previously, so we should be mostly fine here. Two turns and counting. And there's the nasty hit. Tempted to Tempest, but I don't want to start without a Frost Orb in front. Makes things a bit awkward. Mistakes may have been made. So close. Just a little bit of damage. No biggie. All right, somehow we survived Act 3. Two thumb, a deep pulsing dread. We've all the room is this, the heart of the spire, the source of this last-minute shopping spree to hopefully save our run. Do get a 15 hit point heal from the meal ticket, thankfully. Gonna be upgrading static here. We need to find something pretty good in the shop to have any decent odds here. Wouldn't call loop particularly good, but it might do. Second skim is interesting. Another hologram could work well, too. I like a skim hologram loop, and we take an upgrade potion so that I can get these cards upgraded during the quintessential final battle. Blind is also looking really good, as we currently don't have a way to reduce enemy damage. Actually, I like Blind a lot. Give me that. And that. And that. And these. Okay, that'll have to do. Good luck to us. I'm a little concerned here. But Pocket Watch Prevail or something. Really only want to play 3 cards this turn at most. Next turn we face absolutely massive damage, basically unless I draw the algorithm. So I'm thinking this is Echo Form, Defragment. No Cold Snap, no Enlightenment. No nothing. Because I need the bonus draw. We're about to get 2 burns added directly on top of the draw pile, and then 6 more draws. Fortunately, Algorithm was directly on top, and so everything is fine. And I need more damage done, so... Good, we can just buffer that. Don't think we have enough to kill, do we? 56? No. Double Tempest won't cut it, right? We'll do 44 damage to all enemies twice. That doesn't prevent this. But if I hologram twice, getting back Streamline and, oh, let's say hologram again. I think we might be able to work with that. Or force field. Let's actually get the force field. There we go. Rebound. Streamline. Skim. Streamline. Now you did. Line U. Play loop. Can you believe we defeated Spire Spear and Spire Shield with no damage taken? What luck. That went really well. Now we get a Toy Ornithopter, healing us a little bit when we use potions. Only, well, 5 hit points when I use the Blessing of the Forge, really. Bag of Prep for 2 more cards on turn 1, and our choice of any of these 3. I guess I'll take the one-time Frost from the Chill, but realistically, I'm a little worried here. If we don't get genetic algorithm, if we don't get Echo Form or Seek on turn 1 or turn 2, I don't see very good prospects for our survival here in the Heart Fight. But we have some of the tools required to potentially survive. We've got an upgraded Static Discharge. We've got lots of powers we can double. We have a way to gain focus. It'll have to do. It's not the start I was looking for. Can Discovery bail me out? Kind of. That's a good card for later, that's for dang sure. And we got the unupgraded hologram in here, so this is also our Blessing of the Forge. Question is, can I survive if I don't double defrag? I think the answer is absolutely not. So I'm not going to play my powers here. Glacier, Cold Snap. Well, crap. Alright, I guess I'm going to play these after all. Dang it, Trader Bottle. Guess that's what I get for not setting it to 9, huh? Brutal. Really good highlight of why you want to set that to a higher number. And we could have done that against Spire Shield, too, at the very end. A little bit more thought. We could have had a much better chance here, but I'll do this anyway. Okay, nothing's getting doubled. This is really bad. Actually, wait, no, it's not. Okay, here. Seek what? Void and Blind? Void and Blind. We actually fully block this, too. Get rid of this crap. Need to do some damage soon. Not ideal. Or is it? Doomdrake says, was Seek into Aggregate plus Hollow for Echo Form not an option? No, because Echo Form exhausted on turn 1. It's an ethereal card, meaning it gets destroyed rather than going to the discard pile. If I'd had it in my hand when I used the Blessing of the Forge, we could have changed that. But because the card is destroyed, there's nothing I can do about it. Alright, time for blocking. The hard way with Baylor. 60 block required this turn. We only get 3 block per hologram because of the Beat of Death here. We're actually already there. Almost there, though. Yeah, we want to keep buffers so that I can do the thing next turn, essentially. So I think this is going to be Streamline, Zap, Hologram, Streamline. We need to get some damage done or we're going to die. Could also rebound the Streamline. That better? Oh no, I can't. I can't even. I just have to play the Streamline. Miscalculated there. Ah, crap. Missed out on 20 damage. Need to do 1 fewer. And here I'm not allowed to do anything. Dang, I really got chuffed. This fight has gone so sideways in so many different ways. Guess I could have done Hollow, Aggregate, Rebound the Streamline. No. If I hollowed the Aggregate, I didn't have the energy left to play Aggregate. Yeah, I did that to myself. That's alright. Still got ways to deal damage. A whole 30 per turn, chat. I want to take some damage on purpose here. I think I'm going to rebound Glacier. I want to activate the motion chip now. And then next turn, we're going to rely on Static Discharge to save my life, potentially. Good. It's blind. Do want to take some damage here. This is why we bought the blind. Currently too much block. How fun. Want less block. Hit me! This is gonna work one time. Although that still puts the lightning in front for the Zippy Zap. Static is absolutely the only thing that might keep me in this. Okay, big hit first is good. And we're just gonna Tempest. I want to be able to draw this next turn. Good. Again, don't want to fully block this. Hit me. GG, Mr. Hart. GG. Hey there, if you enjoyed that video, watch this one next. And before you go, join us on Twitch and watch live. I'm there 5 days a week playing Slay the Spire, answering questions, and chilling with the community. Click the link in the description to follow right now. Ta-ta for now.